is what you can expect at the House of Reconciliation. Leadership, community, education, wellness, and participation is part of our plan for your spiritual growth and success. Family and faith is a core value for the House of Reconciliation, working to help people find their purpose. Want to make an impact in the kingdom? Ready to tap into your future? Meet us at the House Sundays with Pastor Reginald Campbell, www.houseofreconciliation.org.
Do you think I don't know what she do? Do you want me to choke you? Do you think I'm blind to what they do? Yes, this is little Reggie. But so you're telling me that for a
$150,000 house,
$150,000 house,
20% down is $30,000.
and the average person has no way of generating $30,000. That's not including closing costs.
No, that's just down payment.
So I got a question for you all, and welcome everybody in the Greenville campus, the virtual campus, and all of our global connections. I just want to know, what's the plan? Because people look like heirs, but are living like peasants. And so this is why I pass out a look at affordable housing in Greenville by Sharon Garnett. She produces on July the 19th. And so we started, and I think everybody, because we had a little bit of a technical difficulty last night that was beyond our media team, so I'm starting a little early so I can try to brace this. But what's your plan? And I'm going to break that down for us in some ways, but our scripture is going to come from Proverbs 21:5 in an English Standard Version. It says, the plans of the diligent. Now, two words, well, actually three words I want you to highlight in here. Plans, diligent, actually for surely and abundance. We are looking one way, and that's not our reality. And in order to close the gap, and we were having a prior conversation, let's say an average home, let's say if I'm one, and here's the thing, and right now we're talking about housing. There are almost less than 1% of starter homes left. And there's two reasons for that. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, most subdivisions today are starting at $250,000
Most subdivisions today are starting at
for
$200,000
new homes.
for new homes. And nobody wants, well, I can't say nobody. The majority of the people don't want a starter home. Now, let me, and this is going to be off for a minute. You need a starter home. And here's what the masses are doing. Let me put it in this text. The masses are selling their homes because the market is high. And they're actually building onto their parents' house. And if their parent has gotten to a certain age and passed away, they're moving back to what they own and selling what they had a bill for. That's one of the reasons starter homes are hard to find. I know about 12 people who, well, no, just in the last month, who said, no, we're selling our house. We're adding a 1,700 square foot house on the back of my parents, so they don't want to go to a nursing home. So we're building a master suite, and so their home is paid for. And our friends who are builders are helping us do it. And they're now getting out of the market, sold their home, living in an RV in the back of, I think it's her parents. And they're both professional. He's a builder, and she's a dentist hygienist. And they got rid of their house. Because no one wants a starter home. I can't say no one, many people don't. But see, a starter home, and let me help you out and give you this for those that really love for me to talk about finances, it can become a cash cow. There are people who invest in small investments to flip small houses and put in $7,000 to $10,000, no more than $15,000, and changing the kitchen, the bathrooms, and the flooring, and they turn around and they get another 30, 40. So they invested 15, they get their 15 back and walk away with another 15. And so that gives them a commodity to work with. And sometimes to be successful, small steps are always better than long jumps. And so right now the trend in America is to go back to the parents' home. See, there was one family, I give them praise. They were deciding what they wanted to do with their parents' home, and they decided to keep it and got a loan on it and renovated and did the things that they need to do. That will always be something. See, people don't know how to have anything. Most of what we have, if it's not brand new, you can get a brand new home right now. And I can tell you this, your appliances, this is 2022, your appliances are probably from 2015. The appliances, when they buy them in bulk and purchase them overseas, you think you do have new appliances, but you need to look at the model number and the year that it was made. So we're talking about what's the plan? The plan of the diligent surely leads to abundance. Anybody got any questions real quick? Because this is going to get thick. And let me go ahead and put the, what do they call it? God, what do we call it? The disclaimer. I caution you that these classes will not be what you're accustomed to hearing, but it will be a new narrative to change the foundation of our lives. If you're used to hearing the same old thing, then it's going to be difficult to embrace these classes. We're in the month of October. This is what we're going to have this evening. I have to do that disclaimer because people get mad. It's like a what now? Law and order, yes, law and order, yes. Because I like it when we laugh because it keeps me from going so strong. But here's what I want to ask you. Here's what we're getting ready to have. We're getting ready to have a conversation called discovering. What works and what doesn't. And it's based on what's your plan. Here is what happens. I want you to write this for the writers. We're in a point where we need sound financial stability. Sound financial stability improves quality of life, not the look of life, not the attitude about life. But sound financial stability improves the quality of life. I'm going to give you this, and then I'm open for questions. There are forces that want to drain 99% of your finances. Ask me why. Did anybody today read the article of what OPEC is getting ready to do? OPEC is getting ready and talk to its constituents and also Russia to stop producing 2 million barrels of oil a day. So all of those that were producing oil, because the price and the price of oil per barrel has gone down, they want to drive the price back up in the middle of inflation. So where people now are not paying $4, $5, $7, $8 for gas because they're not satisfied. Supply and demand. So since it's not a big demand, they're going to cut the supply to create a demand. I'm going to give you something. If they do that, and they are going to do it, in the middle of winter, prices will skyrocket. Heating bills, electricity, everything will skyrocket. I'm saying to you, for those that are watching, what's your plan? I'm going to give you something, and I'm going to give this to you first. If we don't evolve, we will always be a consumer. Let me give you this adjective right here. Luck has a very low percentage of winning. Luck. There's some people that believe in luck. Some people don't believe in luck. I'm just putting it. Luck has a low percentage of winning. It creates anxiety and anxiousness. Luck really has a less than a 1% chance of winning. And with trying to do something without any structural foundation, it creates anxiety and anxiousness. Here's the next one, number 4. A plan creates a process that has a higher percentage of winning if it's executed properly. I'll say it again. This is number 4. A plan creates a process that has a higher percentage of winning if it's executed properly. What's missing in these two formulas? One of them has hope. One of them has infrastructure. Number 5, a process is built upon infrastructure and structure. In other words, being lucky won't pay off long term. I'm going to talk to you about this, and I'll take a couple questions because in the book, it talks about what is money. My question, and I was saying last night, is we're in the 4th quarter. If we do not reorganize and restructure our financial goals, 1st quarter will be a disaster. Here is what I said to them last night. Most people, and I'm going to give you this all up front, financial stability, if you can achieve it in the 4th quarter, you will go into the 4th quarter with a blueprint, with infrastructure and structure. And here is what's messing up most people. Their hope is a Christmas plan or a Christmas bonus, but yet they didn't start saving anything. Number 2, too many people who receive tax refunds are codependent on January the 1st. You don't get money because you're desperate. You should get money and put it to work for you. So many people get their taxes and in the same financial destitute that they were in before they got their taxes. Now, I'm going to go back up here and I'm going to give you the village concept. Do anybody know what the mill village concept is? I'll give it to you. The mill village concept is you have no job, you have low skills. We build a facility. It's called the mill. You go to work in the mill. You get overtime in the mill. And what most people don't understand about labor is that your labor is not the labor that the company is charging itself. Your salary is only 1/3 of the labor that the company is actually charging. So they're making money by paying you only 1/3 of your labor. Let me explain to you the mill village concept, because the job you work behind the scenes is prorated to be $65 an hour. They will take that prorate and pay you 15 or 13, and you think you're above everybody else. And the statistical data that we have this evening shows us that 13 to 15, and we read a report, $19 an hour in the city of Greenville, South Carolina, is considered low-income wages. You can afford an apartment, which is at that time was $1,000 a month, but you can't afford gas. So while we think we were getting the concept of having a breather from high gas prices are getting ready to skyrocket again because they're not happy with the cost of oil. And I'm going to say this to you, and it's going to probably take a little while to sink in. There are some people that are not happy when I said there are some people that want to drain 99% of your income. The Mill Village concept is this. I build a place for you to work. You get overtime. There's about 1,500 to 3,000 or 4,000 of you there. Then I go, and most of your credit is not where it should be, regardless of your race. I go and open up a real estate company, and I buy land right behind the mill. I own the real estate company. I own the companies that's building the houses. And guess what I do? I sell you the houses right behind the mill. And then I see that you're going somewhere else to spend your money on gas and a convenience store. So then I build a convenience store and a gas station right in the village. So you can walk to work. You're renting or buying a house from me. I'm filling your car. And then I realize that I need a car lot. So I put a car lot, Mill Village concept. Then I see that you're going uptown and you're buying groceries somewhere else. So now I put a grocery in the Mill Village. Then I see that you need medication. So I find an independent pharmacy and I let them build a pharmaceutical place on my land. Oh, you're starting to wake up now. So you make 98 cents in the mill. This was in the 40s and the 50s. And these are true stories. Just go to Greenwood County. So 99%, the only part of your money that I don't receive is what the government takes. So when your children grow up, they work in the mill. Let me show you how most mills tried to get smart. Because the beginning of people that started in the mill started young. They didn't have much education. Many of them quit school. That's real talk. They can tell you another story, but that's the truth. But then I go along and I get with the state and we put a GED program in the mill. And guess what happens? 99% of the people in the mill never see the value of a good education. Now you're old. You can't perform. And your whole entire life, I have taken 85 to 98% of your money. I'm going to ask you as an audience, I'm going to ask you those that are in person, what's your plan? What's your plan? If you and I don't evolve, we will always be consumers. The Bible says that the plans of the diligent lead surely to an abundance. I'm going to give you a couple of things because I know what I gave you was just kind of heavy. What's your plans to build upon? Here's a question. What do you really want? I got 3 things for you, and please come in. Because is it that thick again? Just makes you think. If we keep doing what we're doing right now, I want you to write this. We will always stay behind. Number 1, what do you want? If we keep doing, making excuses, being in our feelings, being in our emotions, can't stay focused, undisciplined. See, people don't get this concept. When the Lord told Israel, you have breached the promise, and for every day that you spent in the promised land, you will spend a year in confusion. Are we having technical difficulties?